Okie doke. Previously in the GodBreaking, you, our group of adventurers, have been traveling through the frozen and magic afflicted land of Shehakim. Last week, you had been following Vouchy to the old town of Ashbarrow, and let me grab this thing here. They changed the icons in Fantasy Ground with this update. Looks all goofy. You guys have been following Vouchy, and you guys are right here where I'm kind of doing the square circle dance thingy. And you'd found that there's a pack of demons that are harassing this place. Anyway, you got to this barrier, the circular barrier outside Ashbarrow, and Vouchy informed you that this is an ancient barrier that had been erected by his people as a defense mechanism. The only way through it is to walk through it. So Vouchy walked through it. The demons started harassing you, and you guys made your way through. And much to Gale's dismay, she found out that the only way to pass through the barrier was to move at Vouchy's speed. Any speed higher than that would kick you straight out. So it took you all of last session to get through this barrier. And fighting demons off in the process. And you guys finally landed yourselves inside Ashbarrow. Okay? Ashbarrow is a town of some decent architecture. You've got, it seems relatively untouched by the war. In viewing Ashbarrow, you can see the thing that this world must have been like. It's like a haven from the demonic influence, the final haven, so to say. You see a great variety of art and cultural icons. You've got still intact buildings and lots of stuff like that. Vouchy's people, the place is solely occupied, however, by Vouchy's people. Okay? And a host of angels. So last session we ended with streams of angels fluttering the sky, winged creatures majestically soaring through the sky as you guys came in, and landing in front of you is this heavenly being. Okay? So, imagine this. You guys are inside Ashbarrow. Back behind you, you can still see the purple haze barrier. Through it, you can see dark shadows of demons kind of flittering out and around there. Amongst them was this let's see this, where's this picture at? The one demon that was harassing you, the high level demon that was out there harassing you. So you look back and see the flittering shadows of demons outside the barrier, not terribly far away. Right? You can even hear their snarls and the scraping of their movement against snow. Magali lands in front of you. Alongside of her are hosts of warrior angels. Okay? She steps up to you guys, and her sword, her great claymore, kind of glittering in the air, she holds it out, pointing it straight at you. I'll say, let's see, who made it first through the barrier last week?
Me.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's pointing it at you, Owen. And she says to you, just, mortals, what are mortals doing in our world?
Well, as you probably know, your world is kind of going to shit, and we're specialists in fixing that. So you're welcome.
She eyes you warily, and she says to you guys, or perhaps you're a trick, some foul play by that son of a devil, Geryon, to try to make me and my people and she as she points, she raises her sword up. The angels begin to circle around you, kind of like flanking you guys.
Hmm.
She says, "Let down our guards."
You probably heard of me. I'm Elwyn, fire god, thunder god, all kinds of gods. Yeah?
She pauses, and you see her close her eyes for a minute. And as she does, you can see her eyes moving rapidly underneath her eyelids. You know, like in when people are sleeping in
Yeah.
REM sleep, their eyes are flittering back and forth.
Yeah,
And a
yeah.
moment goes by, and she opens up again, and she says, "Interesting. You are Elwyn, mortal from the material plane." And you can see her eyes kind of flicker back and forth again. Um, she says, "I've seen it all. Your history, your past. I've heard your words, seen your actions." Her eyes are open now. She's gazing at you. She says, "Elwyn, self proclaimed fire god from the sky,
Hmm.
dubbed so by a sniveling goblin. Interesting."
His name was Snivelface.
She holds her hand up, and the demons around her, um, not the demons, the angels around her, pause. They don't advance forward, and she looks at each one of you all in turn. She said, she looks at you, Gale or Renly, and she closes her eyes again. You can see her eyes rapidly moving around, and then she opens them up again. She says, "You, small one, bear a long history. You've traveled to many realms." She says, "Your connection with nature is impressive, but a bit misguided." She closes her eyes again and she starts dancing around. And she looks at you, Adis, and says, "Ah," she says, "product of a revenge seeking spirit. You have the taint of hell all about you, and darkness and pain has hardened you."
She looked at your taint.
She closes her eyes again and she walks up to you, Deimos. And then her eyes just flitter open. She says, "And you." She raises her sword again, points it at you, and all the angels around you, hundreds and hundreds of angels all around you, just draw their blades at the same time, and take up fighting stances. She says, "You claim to be a servant of the gods, and yet," she kind of raises her head up and she sniffs a bit. She says, "You have the stench of my sister all over you." Tell me why I should not thrust you out of this place right now.
Hold on. Just to recap,
Mm-hmm.
what did Deimos bang her or something?
She had, Sistia, her sister,
Uh
had
huh.
inflicted Deimos, or had subjected Deimos to what do you call it? Pain therapy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Okay.
Deimos, what do you say? Oh, is Deimos gone? Can't hear you, Deimos. All right. All right. Um, the angels begin to press in on you guys, and you can tell with spears pointed at you and blades pointed at you, and they begin to advance. Okay, um, pushing you backwards towards the barrier. She says, "You, He says, "You all have obviously allied yourself with that bitch. So, back to that bitch you may go."
As soon as they start closing in, I will use my godlike draconic presence, but
Mm-hmm.
I will spark it with a fifth, with a D5.
Okay.
Oh, five. So it's a super super. I do the awe. So I just pretty much I my wings fly out to like as big as I can make myself, and as I do, they thrust down, and I so I can go up into the air, and that's
Uh-huh.
when I don't roar or anything. I just like glow with this inner draconic fire, and I say, "We came here to help, and you
Okay.
will listen. We have spoken to your sister, and yet we have come."
Okay. All the angels and beyond the angels, you see throngs of indigenous people, the Arcanites, kin of Vouchy. They all pause and take a couple steps backwards. Your brilliant aura is blinding. You overwhelm them just with your sheer presence. Um, Magali is watching you, and you can see her confused. She's been confident this whole time, and this whole time she's been accessing her entire domain of knowledge. She's the archangel of knowledge. She was Ogma's right hand, and with him now gone, she is in charge of maintaining his domain. So all the knowledge of that he held, she has access to. So that's why she has been scanning each of you and being able to see your histories and look into the things that you've done. But
Yeah,
this action
I
confounds her.
kind of wanted to show off um, that we have the that's even not the divine spark, that we have the awakened powers, because I'm sure that this is something that she's never seen, and so I wanted
Yeah,
to use a little bit bigger one with the D5, and it's a 5.
yeah, it confounds her. She has no idea what's going on, so she stammers a bit and takes a couple steps backwards. She says, "What is this?"
It's Brittany, bitch.
She looks at you, Damos, and she has nothing but disdain for you. She
Why?
says,
Deimos
"You."
missed that. You'll have to tell him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go do something real
she
quick.
yeah. She has nothing but this disdain for you, Damos,
But why? I'm super
because
cool.
you had the stench of her sister all over you.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You got tentacled by her sister,
I
remember?
don't know what you're talking. I remember we went somewhere, but then I woke up outside.
So right now, Elwyn is hovering over you with in his most brilliant draconic aura that he can hold. All right, so you have a throng and of Arcanites like Vouchy, and a host of angels all just held in place in front of you.
Hey
Magali
Deimos,
says, "Go ahead."
I'm floating above you, and there's like wind, like Marilyn Monroe kind of, and I'm not wearing underwear.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a really heavy wind, so your dick's just flapping around everywhere.
Yeah. Dude, I don't like how you can't get rid of the little stick, like the green pluses in the character sheet now.
Hey, Midas, is there like a chair or table nearby?
Um, yeah, you're partway to
Or
the town, so you can
rock?
go over to it.
I was
Yeah.
gonna go sit down somewhere and I'm gonna look at the one chick and Elwyn and be like, so when the two of you are doing your dicks, let me know. And I'm just gonna yawn and sit down.
Okay, a couple of baby sloth creatures, like young kids, kind of like slowly slink up to you. and they slowly sit down next to you, one on each side, on this bench that you're sitting on. So you have baby Vouchies on either side of you
Okay.
now.
Sweet.
Okay.
I won't touch
Alright,
them
back
because I
to
don't want to get executed by a host of angels.
So again, all the angels have their blades out, right? And Magali is eyeing you very, very suspiciously, because what you've just done is shown her something that is not within her domain of knowledge. She has no reference what you guys are doing for what you're doing right now, Elwin. Okay.
Which she's the angel of which one again?
She's the
Snow,
angel of
right?
knowledge.
Knowledge. Oh.
You fucking nerd. Nerd.
Oh, my intelligence is still 9. That's right.
We're both wearing like Letterman jackets right now for no reason.
So I come back down to the ground, and I forget what I was doing. Like, hey Deimos, did you see that? That was cool, huh?
Dude, I fucking saw your dick.
All right, so you
Down with the wind.
have 1 minute of this presence. Draconic presence lasts 1 minute. Okay. So all the angels are holding back from you. She's a bit confounded, and like I said, she's very suspicious. Okay. She says, This power is not something that I know."
Just because you're stupid.
Let
You
us
see
talk.
she grimaces, and she gets even more angry
Dude.
when you say that, Deimos.
Why? Because she's dumb?
Deimos, we've talked about this. Ignorance doesn't make you dumb or stupid.
Okay. Adis, I'll be straight up with you. You just said like 3 words that I don't know what they mean.
That's okay.
Intelligence.
It's okay. I still explained to her why you said what you said.
So you're saying
That was
this,
the
I
point.
know more than the guardian angel of knowledge?
In this particular instance, you do, but that doesn't make her stupid.
I want to go walk around and pretend I'm the knowledge god now because I know more than she does. And you guys can keep doing your stuff, and I'm going to just be dumb.
She says, "Within the realm of knowledge, there should be nothing that is beyond our grasp. That means that you all are either..." She scowls at you. She says, "From the Red Devil himself."
A hot angel blonde chick. That's gonna be Elwin's next. I don't know. I never had a wife, but you're gonna be joining the rest of them.
Yes.
If this is something that you don't know about, then let us talk. I'll teach you what we are, what we do. You need us. And apparently, your sister needs you, but she's too proud to come herself.
She
But if
stands
you
up straight.
give me
Go on.
a few minutes with you, oh, you go and learn today.
Yeah, you can learn today.
She says, "Really now? Sistia says she needs me." She holds out her sword and says, If that proud, arrogant bitch has truly come to such low, to stoop so low," she pauses and she says, "then I will listen." She puts her sword over her shoulder, and all the angels around her, likewise, they keep their swords out, but they're no longer in combat positions. Okay?
That's a good choice. I didn't want to hurt any of you.
She smiles. She says, "Yes." She's yes. "I'm certain you did not want to do that. Now, teach me, as you claim you shall."
All right, boys, it's
I
on.
give you a solid high five. She gonna learn today.
Is that what you linked?
Let's see.
Okay.
Let me see this. I need it. Oh, yeah, yeah. You gonna learn today. That's what I meant.
They're not backing off. Their angels are. You're still on the edge of this town. You're not really accepted into the town yet, but you've bought yourself a little bit of time. The angels are staying there, waiting expectantly.
Wait a second. She's a nerd, right?
She's
How
the
good is she
archangel of
with-
knowledge. Yes.
Yeah, how good is she with measurement?
She says. She looks at you and she says,
Hold on,
"I
hold on,
have
Midas.
a keen awareness of all things physical and knowledgeable." Yeah.
She claims to know everything we've done in our lives, right?
Mhm.
Or that's what she said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, before Elwin goes and fucks her, just to buy him a little more time, I'm gonna be like, you should probably go over mine a little bit more carefully. You'll notice that in the recent past, there was a event where I brought back a fallen god from death. So, if you infer that I work for that red fuck again, me and you gonna have a problem.
Um. She can't see. She pauses and she says, "Within the record of all the knowledge that exists, there are blank spots. She says, your record ends when you entered, when you stepped foot on the mountain. So I have seen nothing of such, and as far as I'm
That was
concerned,
not on the mountain, Midas. That was not on the mountain. That was in the material plane.
no, it ended when you stepped onto the mountain.
I know, but I brought her back on the material plane, though.
But it
So
stopped.
she
But
should
you
have
went
access.
you went back down to the material plane. It stopped. The record ended when you guys first stepped foot on the mountain. It was after you
Right,
you first entered.
But I brought her back before that. That was when we fought her, the one bitch inside the black dome on the material plane. That's when I brought her
Yeah.
back.
We hadn't been to the mountain yet, Midas.
Oh, so wait, which one are you talking about? Mistra?
When I brought back Mistra. Yeah.
You used your
So she
miracle
should
for
have
that.
I know.
Okay. All right. Anything involving awakening, she also can't see.
Oh, okay. Can I show it to her then?
Like an illusion?
I got an
like
idea.
let. Oh, go ahead.
No,
let
like
her
he
see
meant
what I'm in
like yeah, like that spell that. Anyway, I think I have an idea. Midas, I'm gonna do this anyway, so if I fuck her up, then it's my bad. But I got a
Okay.
9 intelligence at the moment. But I think We've used our powers enough that maybe I can manipulate it.
Okay.
The music of the spheres.
Okay.
Um, Instead of a mind shatter, like just messing her up,
Mm-hmm.
since can I manipulate instead of a shatter? Can I send pretty much our actions ever since we stepped on the mountain? We still don't know how or why we were awakened,
Mm-hmm.
but kind of project into her mind what we are. Well, we don't know what we are but what we do and the powers that we have, and show her pretty much everything that we've been doing, ascending the mountain, fighting the red god and all his minions, and just let her just pretty much. It's like a this is Elwin, Deimos, Renly, Adis, a punch to her brain.
Mm-hmm.
That way everything floods in a way that she understands it, but it's still like a shock to her. Like, I don't want to shatter her mind, but I want her to be like, whoa. Like if she just I don't know.
You're gonna do a Neo download on her.
Yeah.
Okay. How much information or are you including about awakening?
Um, Elwin, you should omit the the person we met in the water who gave me my spike.
Okay. Um,
We don't know how this chick and her friends might react to the fact that there's been a, the mother of the red god hanging out in heaven for, thousands of years.
so I will omit. Um, yeah, I'll omit whatever he said, and I will not give her everything about the awakening.
Okay.
I'll just
Like our deeds done.
our deeds and that we are awakened, that it's a thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's like,
All right.
like having a membership to a library she doesn't.
Okay.
And I'll
Um.
awaken that with a D3 spark if you need me to.
Can I
Go ahead.
can I help him in any way?
Just burning the music of the spheres. And manipulating it. That yeah. Burn the spark and the music of the spheres. That one.
Woo!
Okay. You're rolling hot. All right. Your eyes burn with blazing awakened light, and you move. She's standing there expectantly, waiting, and in the moment of eye contact, you instead of manipulating matter around you, you manipulate thoughts, and in the psychic space, you can see the flow of reality, and you shape it and control it, and like basically rapidly force it into her mind. Um, and in that moment, you do see her for who she really is as you open your eyes to reality, right? And she is an incredible being. This just her physical form, one of strength and physical might. But her mental presence is it's not quite divine, but it is as grand and as powerful as a created being could be. Right? It's her psychic presence is massive, and yet with your awakened strength, you you thrust all this knowledge into her mind, and this powerful being recoils a bit as this information is just forced onto her, and she pauses and she closes her eyes, just processing it all. Right, you can see her eyes rapidly moving. And Elwyn, with your awakened vision, you can see her brain firing, all its neurons firing, and all her psychic power just coming to bear. And then um, after a few seconds go by, she inhales slowly and exhales and says, "You freed Ogma." And she opens her eyes again. And she waves her hand, and all the angels around you take a step back, and their blades, um, and they put their blades away. She says, "You have been saving the people of Mount Celestia." And more angels breathe easily. She says, "You bear a power, the likes of which this plane, this world, this universe has never seen." And she takes a step forward towards you, Owen. And she says, "Speak, mortal. We, the heavenly hosts of knowledge, are listening."
Excellent. Now, I will let my friend here, speak for me. So I tried to keep my face from, um, because I'm not thinking the way I should. I've got like half
Mm-hmm.
of my intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Renly or Adis, she's willing to listen to you, to us.
Yeah.
Not you, Deimos.
Wait,
Come on, let's go over here.
did you guys see me pants her?
Okay, out of character, give me a recap on what we're trying to accomplish here.
Oh, I pantsed her and gave her a wedgie, because she's a nerd.
She doesn't have any underwear.
I realized it. The wedgie was very improvised.
I think we're trying to get her to become one with her sister, so this plane can stop its um, degradation, and together we can get the power enough to defeat the rider and its horse that's bigger than a mountain.
So remember
Right?
your three goals here.
Oh, that's right.
And
So we
also
did
there's the
number
rider.
one, call our sister by removing Garyon. That's the rider, right? Garyon?
No, no, no. The rider is conquest. No, no, is glory. The horse is conquest. That's a whole nother thing. This is if
The
you
fuck?
want to make progress on. So Auril is the goddess of winter, right?
Yeah. I
And
know the whole thing that she's mad or she's going um yeah, like she's going crazy or something
No, she's hanging
because
out with a
Garyon,
demon.
yeah, Garyon is the demon lord that has enthralled her, seduced her.
yeah. Oh, that's right.
She's
All right,
getting
so
jiggy
this is
with the
number
demon.
3.
She's trying to be like you, Elwin.
So, we're trying to get number 3 done, guys.
Yeah.
Have fun.
All right, Renly, you're up.
All right, I am currently as far away from Edis as I can be because there are Vouchy kids near him and I have trauma. So I am making tea in the corner and I pass her a cup and I start slurping
Adis,
mine.
Adis, you're
Yes.
not sure how it happened or when it happened. You've been paying attention to the conversation. But you look down and now there's a Vouchy kid in your lap.
All right.
He looks cute little baby sloth. Just looks up at you and smiles very slowly, like Vouchy does.
He's got that like creepy like murder Chucky grin that takes like 5 minutes to form.
Yeah, but it's also a very little baby kid grin, so it doesn't look.
Does he have any?
It doesn't
Does he have any knives in his hands?
no.
Okay, just making sure. Never know with
It's just a kid.
Linus.
It's just a kid playing with. Yeah, there's like one on either
Hmm.
side of you and one in your lap now.
Yeah, it was just a dude hanging out in a trash bin. Turned out to be a demon.
Okay, Renly, what do you do?
I'm totally drinking tea. I pass her a cup and I tell her about what happened on, a couple of our previous planes, including one that had a very unique sort of hole in it, in which case the whole plane is being dissolved and sucked down a sinkhole in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and explain like, yeah, things can get much worse, and they probably will on this plane, and before it gets to that point, we should be trying to, work together to kind of not end up with a plane that is completely lost. So I try to push that into perspective there.
Mm-hmm. She says, "I've seen it, Renly. The images that Elwyn showed me. My heart breaks for Lunaria."
It is indeed terrible. And also, right there on the top, and I'm pointing upwards, like metaphorically upwards, if you can look into my mind, you can see a recent conversation without tea, unfortunately, um, with a certain somebody who is right now hearing a lot of knocking on his door, which is not from friendly company, and so we are in a bit of a situation where we need to have some haste. And so if you would be willing to perhaps do something, and I wave my tea and it sloshes about, that would be great. You know, I'm running out of mushrooms here and psychedelics. I'm not doing very well.
Jesus, dumb Alan's better than Renly. I'm gonna step
Wait,
up.
wait, what?
I'm gonna
Wait, what the hell?
I'm gonna step up.
I'm
And
lost now too. I think
I'm
I may
gonna
have
say
to intervene.
what Renly's trying to say is that you and Sistia need to unite. The warriors of knowledge and winter need to be together in order for us to save this realm. Right, Renly? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we need to get up to the next floor so we can go kick the Red God's ass and see if this plane falls apart. Then we can't. So we need you and your sister to get buddy. I don't know,
Or even
however,
not buddy
whatever.
buddy. Like, you can totally hate a gut. Sisters can hate. But, yeah,
Just-
get with it.
Just need to get it
Just-
on like Donkey Kong, make a new God baby, and let us go to the next floor so we can kill more demons.
And she's down. She's DTF.
I think she says she looks up to you.
Yep, she totally said she wants to be with you.
But Deimos only says that because
I
like,
don't know
he
about
actually
that.
thinks that she's like an inch shorter, so she actually has to look up.
So Magali says, she kind of sighs in exasperation. She says, Sistia. She says, is simple in thought, but she knows well enough to understand that this plane cannot bear to sustain two portfolios at the same time anymore.
I mean, you can't.
There's
Yeah,
not
that's why we're
enough power.
that's what,
It's been consumed. And
That's
she
why we're letting-
dares, she says, she dares to maintain that the existence of her domain, winter, is more important than the domain of knowledge. Can you believe that? As if winter were more important than knowledge itself.
which god was the mountain dude? Was he winter or knowledge?
That was
Knowledge.
Ogma.
Ogma is the god of.
Knowledge.
Okay, no. You totally misunderstand. Your sister is totally down for your domain being the domain that survives. We totally convinced her that knowledge was more important than snow.
But can't we just put them together?
No, because we can only have
She
one.
said-
Remember, that's why we have to save the other god and get
Like-
these two to combine and do
Join
the
it.
whole
Yeah,
fire
both.
powers combined thing.
No, we could do it.
She says, if that's the case, and you have made Sistia see reason. She pauses and she
Elwyn is
considers.
quite good at making angels see reason.
Elwyn's poking his nose right now.
When he kind of, in our last encounter with a demon, these two yahoos had their mental faculties seriously impaired. I don't suppose maybe you could help them with that.
She pauses. and she looks at
Essentially,
them
a
both.
demon made them stupid. They're generally really intelligent.
I'm not stupid. I played varsity football in high school.
Oh, I did return some
She's-
of your intelligence, at least.
She
I was
pauses a
way
bit and she
stupider
says-
before.
She says, there is rather a problem. You see, we are captured here. We are held here. For the past number of years, I and my host have been waging guerrilla warfare against the demon horde that is stationed here. They outnumber us vastly, but we have met with some measure of success. Recently, however, my right and left hand angels, the angels Fidele, she says, binary angels, are the most two angels that exist in the most perfect union, left and right, yin and yang, alpha and omega together. She says, they have been captured We were harried by demonic forces and forced to take refuge in this place. And in the process, I lost them. And with them, much of our access, she says, to the power of our domain. If we are to help you, if we are to have a chance aligning ourselves with Sistia and retaking this plane on behalf of the divine powers, she says, I will need my right and left hands back.
All right, Damos doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about because he's looking and she definitely has 2 hands.
Hold on.
Wait, are your hands dead?
She pauses. She sighs. She says, "Metaphorical hands." She takes her hand. She
Metaphor. Oh,
Kind of,
guys,
Damos,
she has
kind of like
4
how you're.
hands, and
No,
she
kind
only
of.
has 2 right now.
Damos, it's
So
kind of
she's
like how you're
missing-
Elwyn's right hand man.
2. No, she has 4 hands,
No.
metaphorical,
Stop. No.
and then she only has 2. So we need to get those hands back.
See what I mean? This is what that demon did to their mental capacity. Quite diminished. I apologize.
She
I
pauses a
climb onto
second. She says,
Deimos' back, and because he's pretty big, and I'll put my arms under his arms. I'm like, ooh, Deimos has 4 hands too.
With the power combined, I am magic.
Hold on. And then I cast Mage Hand, and ooh, he has 5 hands. He's better than you.
Damos actually it's like frightened for a second.
That didn't even make sense. What the fuck just happened?
Hold on, I'll twin Mage Hand. Ooh, he has 6 hands.
Now Damos is pretty sure he might be the new god of knowledge because apparently
I'm gonna
knowledge is
begin.
based on how many hands you have.
Did she tell us what their
Right?
names were?
The Angels Fidele is what they're.
Okay.
Where they at?
So it was just a barrier. I asked her, will our well, I guess since Owen did his thing, magic works in here. They're making mage hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try something really quick. What are their names again?
I put it in chat.
Okay. I will cast Call Forth Ally and bring them directly to me from wherever they are.
Link the spell real quick. So there's gonna be whole worlds of interference. First of all, they're outside the barrier.
Oh,
And
right.
second,
the magic
the-
would have to go through the
they're-
barrier. Still acts as an obstruction. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's kind of what I didn't think of that. I thought just it was the being in it that was doing it.
No.
Okay.
No, they're outside. First of all, but second of all, they're captured by the demons.
Literally yanked a dude away from a demon lord douchebag.
She says, rescue the Angels Fidele, I implore you, before they are led off to the Malavelm, and are consumed forever.
Do you mind if I make a monument out of the corpses of their captors?
She looks at
With
you
a
and
crooked smile.
she says, she's kind of disgusted. She says, you are a remnant of hell, aren't you?
I abhor anyone who upsets the balance of this world.
I fart really loud and chuckle.
Ew, I'm like behind you.
Oh shit! I forgot you were in my pants.
I get out quickly.
Sorry, I don't even know what I ate.
Was in Med Jelly's lunchbox because I stole it.
All right.
I don't know if I would say a remnant, but I do very much enjoy slaughtering them and taking their power.
I
But when
whisper to
using it to
Deimos.
slaughter their friends.
Would you?
She says,
I want to get into Migueli's lunchbox.
I get you.
I go to Migueli, and I'm like, as I walk past Migueli, I'm like,
Man, oh, Aaron, remember that time that you b- helped that lady cross the road? Man, you're so nice and caring. And has a 12-foot-inch wiener.
and then I run away. I think it works. Like, she overheard me saying that.
I got you, bro.
Deimos, Vouchy comes up to you,
Mm-hmm.
and he says to you, he says, "Are you trying to be wingman for Elwyn?
Yes.
Can
Don't you? No. Yes.
Vouchy help as
Yes.
well?"
Yes. 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 All right, Archie. You're the face of this operation. I'll be the hype man.
Vouchy, he slinks over to Magali and says, "And Deimos, remember the time Elwyn gave that lady angel 11, no, 12
Oh, 12 yes.
orgasms?"
At the same time.
I fist punch Fauci, like fist bump him really slowly.
He smiles and fist bumps you back.
We're the best, Fauci.
I'm standing there pretending that I'm not hearing him, but I'm like taking looks every few seconds to see her face, what she's doing, like really obvious, trying to play.
Man, did you know Erwin's the quarterback in our local high school football team? And we're projected to win districts.
Magali pauses, and then Renly, she kind of leans over to you, and she says, Renly, she's gonna whisper to you.
I'm going to slurp on my tea and just go, mm-hmm.
Hey, Erwin,
As I whisper, but like loudly whisper, because I don't know what whispering is. It's like, how kids whisper.
Erwin, if you ask her out to prom, and then just bang the shit out of her before prom, you won't even have to take her to prom.
Okay.
I whispered back, "That's the plan all along."
Oh, yeah.
Fist bump.
Magali is gonna turn back to you, and she's got still that heavy look of suspicion in her eyes, but you guys are what do you call it? You don't necessarily understand it. That's what she's doing because you're stupid.
That's stupid.
So she says, "I see. Your human traditions are primitive. These courtship games you play," she says, "are so barbaric. No wonder my sister took a liking to you."
Actually, we're really smart. We outsmarted the smart demon lord, man.
She's gonna flip her hair, and she turns around and she says, "You are welcome to seek rest here,
I have
For a
no idea what
period.
she's saying. How's her butt
but
look?
we may not move beyond this point until my right and left hands, the angels Fidele, are freed. Just so you know, time is of the essence."
Okay.
Okay? So she and the angels take to the air and go back towards the heart of Ashbarrow. And it's a pretty glorious kind of like, it's like all the a huge flock of birds just like taking the sky at the same time. That's what the angels look like. They fill the air and then they fly off into the town, which is about a half mile away. All
Hey,
that's left
Deimos.
now are the are Vouchy's people.
Deimos, if we get her hands, hand number 3 and number 4,
Oh yeah.
then maybe she'll go to prom with me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not prom.
Wait a second.
And,
Do you think she also has 4 boobs?
oh shit! I didn't think of that.
Cause you're gonna have to wife her up. I'm serious right now.
Let's get those hands back.
Fucking get those hands after we sleep, because I'm not gonna lie, we've been bleeding out a lot and been awake for like a few days.
Also, like, when she flew away and was walking away, was she shaking her butt a little bit?
Yeah, can
Roll
I roll
pers-
on insight? Does she
Yeah,
want
roll
this?
roll 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 on insight. Go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
wants me,
oh,
Deimos.
yeah.
She wants
She
me.
just put the juicing pads on. You're in, bro.
She's got the yoga pants on for me.
I don't know what it was, but I think she wants all 4 of those hands so she can give you that forehand or jacker.
Ooh.
Okay, so Vouchy's people lead you. Vouchy's, all of Vouchy's people swarm towards you, in great cheers and of admiration, which basically is like, imagine this all in slow motion, like a huge crowd kind of rushing towards you and being happy, but it's all in super slow motion. So, over the course of the next 10 minutes, all these happy, kind of smiling and cheering sloths are just kind of like moving towards you in slow motion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get some
Ren-
rest and then we can...
Renly, you feel a couple of sloth hands reach around you and begin to lift you up slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. Renly,
I
over the course
freeze.
of the next minute, you're basically on the backs. You're up on the shoulders of a bunch of sloth people, and they start passing you around on the crowd, kind of like how rock stars ride a crowd.
I have an out of body experience during this whole period. I astrally project out of my body.
You're being passed around on the backs on the hands of a huge crowd of sloth people, but it's all
I
going very
selectively don't remember
slowly.
this.
They're all cheering. They're all they're all. Vouchy says to you all, he says, "We have the best accommodations for you, my friends. Right
Yes.
over
Oh,
there," and he's pointing over at the building, at one of the buildings in town. He says, "Let's go, so you can get a good night's rest
and
and recover from your injuries
and
and perhaps have the chance to relax a bit."
By the way, where's Renly at?
Oh,
And-
I've checked out, body wise.
she's on the backs of on their hands. She's about 5 feet further away than she was, a few minutes ago.
Sweet. All right. Well, yeah, we
Okay.
should probably get a rest and eat and shit.
All right. So it takes you guys a couple hours to get to the town, to the building that's in eyesight, because the crowd is all cheering, and they're carrying Renly along the crowd. They're passing her along the crowd. So you're moving along the same speed that Renly is. By the time you guys get there, the light is beginning to dim in the sky, and they show you into these luxurious sloth accommodations. And basically, there's no beds or anything. All it is, but there are the very nicest like hung across the ceiling and the really nice rafters, right? And Rauchi points up and says, like, the very best for you to hang from as you sleep. And then all the other sloth people begin to leave the place and says, "We'll leave you." He says, "To in privacy to rest," and they all slowly leave the place. Okay. So some 2.5 hours later, you guys are inside this pretty sparse building with really nice rafters. Um, and it's clicking now because whenever Vouchy sleeps, he finds a tree and hangs from it, and that's how he sleeps.
We're
What do you guys
taking a
want to do?
break.
Yep.
I'm here. I'm listening. I just don't. I'm downstairs, so I don't want to wake up my grandma. I'll go along with whatever the group does.
Oh,
Still checked out. I will probably come back in an hour after the fact to be
Okay.
paid.
Oh,
So Renly,
yes.
they were very considerate. They hung you from a rafter as they realized that you were zonked out. So they hung you from a rafter, and then they left.
Hey,
How did they hang her from the rafter?
They they tried to get her hand to hang onto a rafter, but it wouldn't stay. So they put her hand on a rafter, and then they tied it with ropes. Her one hand, so she's hanging from her hand that's tied to a rafter right now.
Okay. I just go to sleep on the floor.
Okay. The floor is all nasty and shitty, but I mean you've been sleeping on the ground for a long time, so that's fine.
Spick and span to me.
Okay. So, here in the most luxurious sloth accommodations, you guys are able to rest after a long, hard journey to get here. All right. The next day, you realize that the sloths they do awaken early, right? And the town is not really hustling and bustling because they don't hustle and bustle. They sort of more like slink and I don't know. They do it with great passion but for their um they are pretty efficient in their actions since they can't move fast. You guys have begun to respect the beauty of their efficiency, so that is a plus. They did manage to bring food to you guys in the morning, along with some other accommodations. Okay.
Now, do we know where the hands are, maybe ish?
So
Are we
they were
supposed to do this?
captured. Yeah. Let's see here. How much did you lose, Owen? How many points did you lose? Of
Seven.
intelligence did you lose? So you lost two?
Seven.
Or you lost
7.
7 points?
Mhm.
All right. Deimos, you and Elwin both get back 1 point of intelligence.
Fucking a genius right now.
Okay. So the next day, you ask around and you talk to the. It takes you all morning to learn this from the Vouchy's people, but the angels have been here for a few months. No, no, no. Yeah, a few months. But the last time they went out, that they ventured out to do a raid, which was like a few days ago, the demons managed to ambush them, right? And that's when the angels were captured. The angels Fidele were captured. The remaining angels that returned were broken and had been beaten horribly, and they know that any angels captured, any basically any living creature that's captured, is pressed into into one of those chain processions and sent to Malavelm, that big tree that you guys saw in the beginning, where their souls are consumed.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you know that if they're pressed into one of those lines, they'll be heavily guarded, and they're probably moving away from you. You know, they're heading towards the tree as you speak.
Good. Can I use a religion to possibly like try to sense the more powerful, holier things here for general direction?
In the town or outside the town?
Like outside, where the handy boys. I'm assuming they're like not archangels, but they're like a step or something below.
Yeah. As far as sensing them goes, I mean the land is huge. You wouldn't be able to pinpoint
Oh,
them with
okay,
just
you're
with
right.
senses. All right. But I mean, just looking at the land, it stands to reason that they would be traveling along this main pathway, this main road,
Hmm.
right, out of Ashbarrow, up towards Malavelm. Okay. So you know this main road here that goes that way and around here and up towards Malavelm.
Yeah. Can we? Do we know how long it's been since they were taken, so we can kind of judge by how fast they probably move for like a generalish area they might be at?
The sloths tell time differently than you, right? So
Who estimate?
they're trying to communicate with you their time. Um, you know, they say the sloths say it's been 3 cycles, but a sloth cycle you're not quite sure. Best you can manage. It's been sometime between 4 days and 2 weeks.
Oh. But they're just walking, right? In big ass land.
Just ask the angels when it happened.
Okay, so you're gonna go ask an angel.
No, I'm just suggesting that we could.
I don't know. This little town here looks kind of cool. Maybe we check that out. Meet Ofen.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
The angel. So
Well, we already have had
as you guys.
experience with this kind of stuff. Sorry, might just go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, the angel. There's lots of angels for you to talk to if you want more information.
Go for it, Adis.
Sure, yeah. I'll go ask the angels when when how long ago it was when her homies were captured.
Okay. So Adis, you head out of the little cabin that they gave you, and you're seeing that the town is, it's well laid out, and you head over to where the angels are stationed. And on the backside of Ashbarrow, there's this large encampment. You get there and you see hosts and hosts of angels, tens of thousands of angels, all in different, like structures that they've raised for themselves. Their movements, are highly efficient. They're well coordinated. All right, these are the angels of knowledge. It's different than with the angels of winter that when you were over there with them underground. The angels of winter were a little bit more. Um, they went with how for lack of better terms where the wind was taking them. They would things were less structured. Things were more go with the flow, free form kind of thing. But here in Magali's camp, everything is definitely timed out and coordinated. Okay.
Hmm.
You get there and you find some angels to talk to. They give you quick and almost pre-formed communication and speech patterns. It's like they've all been trained how to address you guys, even in the overnight um, that you've been here. They've already all been communicated with and told how to address you all. So they use your full title, Adis, because Magali knows it. she knows your full name, and they use all your they refer to you, in magical terms, basically just full knowledge of who you are. Okay,
Okay.
so you're talking to some lower level angels, and one of them steps forward and says, "We've been instructed," he says, "to comply and provide whatever information you ask for."
So when
He
did you
bows
go
a
on your
bit. He says,
last patrol?
he says, "Our
Raid
patrols,"
thingy.
he says, "our patrols were occurring periodically, every 12 hours." He says, "until last week, when the demons narrowed in on our location, and they cut off our primary venture. That event occurred some 7 days and 12 hours ago."
Is that in mortal time or angel time?
He says, "That is mortal time. I am translating it to you terms that you would understand, sir."
Sweet. Thanks a bunch. That's all I
Okay.
needed. Oh wait, no.
Okay.
How did you guys how did I'll use their names, the two
Mm-hmm.
peeps we gotta go save. How did they get
Yeah.
captured? Like how'd you I'm gonna be that dick and I'm gonna be like, so how'd y'all like, get your asses kicked?
He says, he says,
I don't say
"We've
it
been
smugly.
fighting."
I ask it seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. He answers it plainly and straightforwardly. He says, "We've been fighting a hopeless battle here. We are outnumbered some 100 to 1 by demons on this plane, and more according to our last numbers, and more arrive almost daily." He says, they he says they overwhelmed our party, our war party, sheerly by superior number.
Sounds legit. Alright, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna make I'm gonna tell him that I'm going to create an illusion so he don't freak out. And I'm gonna create an illusion of the cloth bitch and be like, "Is this the one that kicked your ass?"
He looks at that at the image and says, "That particular demon was involved in the battle. Yes."
Sweet. I will personally stomp her face into the ground just for you.
He recoils a
I'll
bit and
even
says,
I'll even bring it back as a trophy for you if you like.
he says, "No need, sir. There is no within the realm of knowledge. There's little room for petty emotions like revenge."
Oh, I wasn't talking about for revenge. I thought you could like press it into a book, maybe study it, because your knowledge, learn how demons tick, maybe develop some herbs that make them, I don't know, have diarrhea or something.
He pauses a bit and says, "That might be beneficial now that you say." He says,
All right, I'll bring something
I,
back for you.
you leave him thinking. He says, "I wonder," and he's already postulating things that could be done with a detailed study of such a creature.
I got your back.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you guys have a timeline, and a little bit more information. Basically, outside this, you guys surmise that outside this barrier, now that the demons have found this location, there's probably a large number of demons that have gathered outside. Um, this is a strategically, less than ideal situation that the angels are in. They've been captured and are pinned into this place now.
Oh, I'm gonna
So what do you
ask
guys
them
want
how
to do?
many of them got flung on before I leave that dude. I'm gonna ask him how many of them got knocked, flung on their asses, and flung through the air and all that fun shit before they figured out how to get in here.
He says, "Through the barrier."
Yes.
He says, he says, um, he says, "Oh, we simply had them released the barrier before we left, before we entered.
Okay, that is good to know. Thank you.
He nods and says, "Glad to be of service, sir."
Glad to know there's actually just an easy way in and out.
All right, what do you guys want to
That's all I got for him.
do? Renly. Renly, are you here?
I'm totally here. I'm just like, oh god.
All right, you awaken that morning, right? And you're um you hear a knock at the door, and once you get yourself down from being hung by the rafters, for some reason your left arm that was tied to the rafter when you kind of wake up later that morning is really sore, right? Because you've been hanging from your arm all night
For
long,
some reason, yeah.
right? But you're awakened by the knock at the door, and you look around. Elwyn and Deimos are basically sleeping on the ground, cuddled in a ball. Adis has already left. He's gone out to gather information. But you
I'm
hear
the
a
big
knock at the
spoon.
door, so you get it. Elwyn's the big spoon, right? You kind of pop yourself free. You land. Your left arm is killing you. But you'll figure it out later. You open the door and you see a little, basically a baby Vouchy, like a young child sloth, right? It's a little girl, and she looks up at you with big, innocent looking eyes and smiles, and she says, "I've brought refreshments for you, miss." And she holds out a tray, and on it there's various kinds of snacks and foods, um, nuts and fruits, that kind of thing, along with some cups with and stuff in them like that. So it's a whole tray full of stuff, and she holds it up to you, and she blinks at you, um, shyly.
I move to the side and I turn around and I point towards Deimos and I'm like, I ate, but I think that they will be very hungry.
Okay. She says, "Should I leave the tray by them?"
I keep waiting, like I assume there's a follow up to this.
This is like the maid walking in the room asking where to put the tray.
No, I know this, but then I'm assuming there's a follow up to this where she will continue speaking.
Oh, that'll take like 10 minutes before we get there.
And then I'll just point and I just keep nodding and pointing next to Deimos.
Oh,
Okay.
I walked out the door a while ago.
So a few minutes go by as she's giving you polite social time to answer the question, and you're there and you're sitting there waiting for her to finish her question. So a good 3 minutes goes by.
Okay, right there. Yeah, right there. Yeah, thanks.
She smiles, and she says, "I would be happy to." She says she takes a few steps slowly into the doorway and off in that direction, and then she pauses and stops. So this is like 10 more seconds go by, and she begins to turn back towards you, and she looks
I
up
ran out the
over.
door.
She says, "Miss."
I'm gone.
You're gone.
I'm gone.
Um,
I'm still traumatized. I need time to recover. I need time.
Deimos and Elwyn. Deimos, you're waking up slowly, and you hear the little girl say, "It's like, I think
Yeah.
you're," and then her head kind of droops down, and she looks down at the ground, and she says, "Great."
I'm not great. Actually, I don't know who great is.
And she turns and she slowly turns back towards you, and she slowly continues over, walking towards you where you are, holding the tray of food and water.
Deimos is gonna like look at the food and then pretend he knows who this person Great is, and just think that it's gonna be really cool that Great is paying for the food that I'm about to eat.
So 10 minutes later, she finally gets to you, and she sets the tray gently on the ground, and she's still got a little bit of a sad look on her face, but then you can see her slowly resolve herself, and she says, "This is for you, sir."
Yes, I am definitely the man that you think is called great. And I will eat the food because I am that man that's name is great. And
While they're
definitely
talking, Elwin
your
wakes up and
kids.
eats the food.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
And as
Thank
you
you,
guys
little girl.
as you guys are eating, she says, "No, I thought she was great."
Renly?
Weird. I'm gone. I've gone bye-bye.
She's nodding her head up and down slowly.
You should come with us. Hey, here.
I will. I have my cat harness. I will stick her in
Could
the cat harness that
I-
protects her from AOE's or anything,
She
just
says,
so she could talk to Renly.
"But," she says, "I'm no good with a spear yet."
But can you talk to Renly?
God, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna
She
kill
says,
you.
she says, "I don't know if I could. I'm so shy."
I know you.
I got an idea. I'm gonna try to teach you a spell. Maybe you can use magic, and we'll modify it. And I show off the magic Deimos tether. How
Okay.
if you want to be next to him, all I gotta do is pull the tether, and he's right here. Or the other way around, he pulls the tether and I'm right there. I can teach you, but we'll modify it and call it the magical Renly tether, and you can always be next to her.
Can we do something really terrible?
She says, "Would it work fast?"
Yes.
And that you can tell that the word "fast" is like a hard one for her to say. She says, "Oh, I wish I could be fast."
I'm making a ring of haste now. That is my next goal.
I, Deimos, and Erwin, fire god from the sky, will probably back me up on this one. But I think you could be the first follower of Renly. Don't let her know, but you gotta keep following her around.
I would love that.
Now, Renly loves long sentences, especially ones that keep going when you think they're done. It's guarantee every time.
So much.
Yeah, that's what you get for making me afraid of ropes.
Dude. I know we're about to go into a big fight, but I will definitely use my 9th level to cast Wish, so this slot can cast the Renly tether.
I
Okay.
100%
Will
endorse. I
Okay.
100% endorse this use of Wish.
Okay. so Deimos, you and Elwin are both gonna have to burn your 9th levels to make this thing happen.
We are going into a big fight, but this would really fuck Renly over.
Yeah, dude, remember how she screwed me over with all my
Yeah,
girlfriends?
that's definitely true. I marked off my knife.
I told her that there would be payback.
It's
She
a
would
real
not know when, she would not know how, but when it came, it was gonna be sweet as fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, I burnt that 9th level.
Yeah, me too. Fuck it.
Okay. She says, so as you do that and you give her the ability to cast a Renly tether, she says, Thank you so much, sirs.
And
My name. She kind of slinks her head back into her shoulders a little bit bashfully, and you can slowly see her sloth skin gradually begin to grow a little bit redder as she blushes. And it's a slow process, but she kind of sits there, and her face flushes slowly over the next minute. And she says, "Is Annabella Jane Louisa May
That is a wonderful name. Every time.
Shirley Joe
So what is it? Repeat it.
Make sure when you talk to Renly, you introduce yourself with your full name every single time.
and also, I bestow upon the title of #1 follower of Friendly. You have to add it in after your name. It's a title now. It's important.
No,
Um,
you put it at the front. It's first
Yeah.
follower of Renly and then your
Yes.
name.
Oh, thank you. Adis is our smart man. I'm the. I don't even know what I am, honestly. But yes.
Oh, #1 follower of Renly. Our friend Adis has something for you too. Or are you gonna pile onto this, Adis? Come on.
Do
Oh,
it.
I can throw a wish in on it too.
Fuck yeah. Wait, can you make us telepathically talk to Renly?
Oh.
Hey, Midas, I'm gonna
Do
use
it,
my
do it,
wish.
do it.
I'm gonna use my wish to add hold on. Ray I'm gonna rename it and I'm gonna add Renly's telepathic bond into the I'm gonna weave Renly's telepathic bond into the tether.
okay.
I just want
Alright.
to point this out that Midas, you don't even have to put us in fights. You could just neuter us. Do stuff. We'll burn our most precious resources apparently before.
Hey hey Deimos, for me it's I get back spell slots in combat, so I'm
Oh,
good.
okay. It's still
That's funny enough.
I roll
Okay.
a d6 at the start of every turn and I can keep them over one round.
Okay. Annabella Jane Louisa May Shirley Joe is she's gonna happily join your party. She says, "I have to go tell my," she says, "uncle that I finally have someone who could be like a mother to me.
to speed
He
the process.
will be so happy."
Go forth, my
That
child.
I have finally found someone to love me.
While she's talking, I'm gonna go run over so she could like quickly tell her guy as I say it for her, and then run back with her just because I'm super excited to strap this sloth to Renly.
Okay.
Like, running through
Alright.
the walls, fucking everything. Super
All
excited.
right. Okay. So Renly has her first follower, and she has been given a Okay, I gotta write this down. Renly
Oh my
tether.
consent.
Fuck you.
With telepathic communication. All right.
Oh, and Midas, I also
Yeah.
weave into the telepathic bond that at whatever speed the sloth girl talks at, it reduces it by half.
All right. I don't know. I don't know. That might break the game. Break the world.
No,
Renly
it,
Okay.
comes to our
it,
house.
it
and
what
just
it,
shoots
it
us.
what it does is on the playback, it's 0.5 playback speed. Just And then when Rinley talks back, right, it's sped up at ×2 speed.
So it all evens out in the end.
Mhm.
All right. So, um, so she joins the party along with you guys have, you guys have Vouchy, you have um, Salome with you, and Tempest is with you also. Okay.
Cool. And I will pull the weakest, smallest, scrawniest angel with me. I don't care what its name is, but I took him because we're gonna
Okay.
show him how to get big.
Oh, I
His
also
name's
made sure to get the
Or
name of
it.
that angel, by the way.
Oh,
Mimamidas.
here. Here.
Whatever it is, we're gonna make it a beefcake version of it.
All right. All right. So you find the nerdiest angel. I mean, this is the realm of knowledge after all.
Mhm.
So let's see. Can I find a nerd? There's no. I don't know if that one will work. No, I can't find any nerd pictures for Fantasy Grounds. All right, I'll find this picture.
Midas, Google librarian with wings. With angel wings.
I have to find this.
I'm intrigued.
They're all still hot. Like all angels. Like if you look up any kind of angel chick, they're always hot. So hold on.
Nope, I got one for you.
All right. You got one?
Gonna make a man out of him, or whatever its pronoun is.
All right, that's the guy. All right, yeah. His name. What's his name?
Bruce.
Bruce. Okay. Nerdy angel. Comes along with Deimos. All right. You get yourself an angel recruit, and
Dude, we're gonna get him swole.
Yeah.
Magali happily agrees to let him travel with you. Okay. All right. And
Now that all that's happened, has Adis told us about what he learned?
Sure. But he was back by the time you guys finished your conversation with Annabella, Jane, Louisa May, Shirley, Joe.
Yeah,
Cool.
I walked in at that moment when Deimos was like, "Hey, want to help us with something?" And I was like, "Sure."
All right, guys. So, if I was as smart as I was the other day, I would probably come up with this sooner. But since I'm not, that's why I didn't speak up until now, because I think Elwin, it would take some time to come up with these. Like, I thought about it while you were talking to the angel, but I didn't want to, oh, this would happen because my intelligence is 10. So, the place is surrounded by these demon dudes, and we need to get out, hopefully without being seen, and if we are, by a small force. That way we're able to overcome them without expending too many resources, and we can loose ourselves and then go on the trail for the two hands. Which, Magali, if with your brilliant mind and our brilliant skills, we could come up with a plan to cause a distraction that would get the focus of the bulk of all the demons to go there. That way we can give them the good old slip out the back door without being seen when the husband gets home.
Okay. So you're trying to get the angels to do a distraction.
Yeah, that way we can get out and
We kind of need to kill that cloth dude. It was kind of part of the bargain for getting the info.
he also told you that they're outnumbered 100-1 and more demons keep on coming every day. I mean, if we go out and we just say fuck it, let's hit them straight on.
Well, that cloth dude was part of the people who kidnapped, so they might still be close by since we ran into him.
It's true.
That is true.
Yeah, also, like, probably could make a pretty cool cape out of him.
Whatever's clever, I'm down for whatever.
I promised the angel the body because he wants to examine it so that he can make potions that make demons get diarrhea.
All right, we're looking here. So I need you guys' opinion. So I'm looking for for sloth girl images. You tell me which one is representative of Annabella Jane.
No, I don't like the second one.
Was there a Mary in her name?
Annabella Jane, Louisa May Shirley Joe.
I will
Too
say that
bad
third
it's
one.
May and not Mary.
I like to pretend the big sloth is Renly and the small sloth is the other one.
This was not bad.
Oh, does Renly get a new form? Sloth?
Yeah.
And it's like super
Oh,
powerful.
Renly, if you
Sloth
make friends
queen.
with Annabella, you there may be a new form in it for you.
Okay.
We should have. Elwin. We
Oh,
should have
this might be the winner here.
Elwin, we should have totally made it so that the mama bear thing applied to the
This might be the
sloth
winner.
as well.
Oh, yes, please.
Yep, 100%.
Mhm.
Yep. So cute.
All right, that might be the last one. Okay, that last one is the winner.
Renly's lucky she's got us. We're just looking out for her.
Okay, I'm saving that
So
picture.
much.
Hey, I only joined in because you screwed up something I was trying to do. Karma's a bitch.
Dude, nothing as bad as her telling every single one of my women. Like she put my junk out there for all of them.
That's right.
Whoa. I want to make sure you guys know.
I was on the cusp. I
because
was
of
on
Renly,
the cusp of the first time in history converting a demon to an angel, and she fucked it up.
Deimos doesn't believe ropes exist. And if he ever finds one, he's like insane. I don't even know I'm gonna have to how I'm gonna play Deimos. If
Oh
I
yeah,
see him.
and then you fucked that up because I could have cured him of his mental
Yeah.
thing. You gave him a worse
Did
one,
cure him of his mental thing of tentacles.
and then gave him a worse one because now we can never use ropes.
But we cured him of
Okay.
the tentacles.
That's true. That's true.
Lying.
All right. So Renly, this is incorporated into your story now. Is your path to penance, to redemption, personal redemption. Okay. All right. So I have her in game.
I can't wait to see what sloth form you make for her.
All right. This is her. Okay.
She's adorable, and oh my god, no!
Okay. All right. So the angels begin to. Magali comes in and she agrees to your plans, Elwin. She agrees to create a massive diversion. Basically, so like in Avengers, Infinity Wars, you know how there's the huge shield outside of Wakanda, but they can release certain parts of it, like pinpoint little places at a time. Turns out that that Vouchi's people can do the same thing with their barrier. They can open up little doorways and that kind of stuff. So the angels open up the barrier specifically, right? At one section, and when you guys are ready, they'll do this, and they can all fly out at one part, strike at some of the demons, and create a huge distraction. Okay.
Wait,
And on the opposite side of the barrier.
If they can do that,
Yeah.
then do we need the distraction and risk the angels getting killed? If they can just open a little hole for us to walk out of?
I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean,
That's
if you think you
throwing
can
away
get by out
assets.
without being seen.
Or do they like literally have the entire thing surrounded, or can like we see out
There's
the barrier
demons all around. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
the angels have enough reconnaissance that the demons have been encircling this place.
How much like rock is there? Like a cliff inside this barrier anywhere?
Yeah, sure.
I think I can make us a way out, since non-magical objects can fly through the barrier just fine. What's the tallest point of the barrier?
Oh, it's pretty high. I think we said 300 feet or 150 feet. Let's go with let's see. It's a pretty large area.
Hey,
It encompasses
Deimos,
the
want to
whole
have
town.
some fun?
Let's go with 300 feet.
Deimos' fourth middle name is Fun.
You want to have some fun, Deimos?
Yes.
All right. So let's go. We're gonna go find this cliff real
Yeah.
quick,
Okay.
and we're going to extricate some boulders out of it.
Good
Say like
cliff.
5 foot
Okay.
by 5 foot boulders out of it, and
Okay.
then between me and Deimos, we're gonna play demon catapult.
Just tossing rocks outside.
Yeah, since I can turn into a 300-foot tall giant,
Okay.
and Deimos is Deimos. He could probably throw a 5 foot diameter boulder by himself.
Okay, so you start
How's that
chucking
gonna
rocks
help us?
outside.
Wait,
Huh?
hear me out on this one.
How's that gonna help us sneak out?
Huh?
How's that gonna help us sneak out?
Because we're gonna attack one side of it, and they're gonna think we're coming out that side of it.
Yeah, but you're gonna be a 300-foot tall thing, and they're gonna see you walk out the other side.
No, I'm not gonna walk out that big. I need to be
Right.
that big to be able to throw the rocks. I'm not Deimos. I don't have like 50 strength. I have 50 intelligence.
Well, hear me out on this one, okay?
Okay. go for it.
Deimos has a good plan.
Okay.
Deimos is just gonna dig a hole, and then like slowly dig a hole. And then
Oh,
we can
right.
just go under.
No, Rinley's got a form that can tunnel. we can
Yeah.
just
So that
tunnel
was
under.
my Deimos's plan.
The barrier goes
That's a
under.
great
You
idea.
try that when you.
Yeah,
you
but
try
they
that when
we
you try to
did.
get.
But they can
But-
open a hole and we can dig through that hole.
But we could
That's
also just do it really fucking slowly too. So like, I'm just like, what?
Well, no, Rinley's got that new form that can, or that form that can dig like really fast. And then we don't have
Whatever
to
you
throw
guys wanna
away
do.
angels.
Yeah, I think the,
How are
the
you doing
whole
it?
thing might work the best.
So
And then
underground.
just make sure we have angels like in things if some people somehow run in there in the quarter of a second it takes us to go through.
Yeah, have some
like,
angel rear guard in case
Make
some
them
slip
all
through.
hidden and stuff so it doesn't draw attention. Like the norms,
Okay.
the norms, like smart people's.
All right. So are you going out
Never-
above ground or underground?
Fucking dig in a hole, bro.
Dig in
All
a
right.
hole.
You guys start tunneling. You guys start digging a hole. Renly, are you okay with this?
Okay with it, though. If
Hold on. We forgot one thing, one very important thing.
Hmm.
What's the meeting between Renly and Annabella like? I wanna
Oh,
right,
play that.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I'm like,
well,
to
so
give
wait,
somebody around?
so Renly, you guys are you're talking to him. You don't see her around or anything like that. She went to go talk to her uncle.
Oh yeah, I'm totally cool. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Oh no, actually, I know. I ran over to the uncle with her and then ran back and told her everything and ran.
Well, they're
away.
still talking about it. They're still talking.
No. She thinks she is, but I ran away with her.
The time we're done talking will be done for our battle, dear.
Damos actually wrote a letter, in what he thinks that she would have said,
But no
and
question.
it's in crayon, and it's very, very, very not written well. But
I hasted them both so they can have the conversation at a normal pace.
Oh well, thanks to your courage.
Sloths are very suspicious of the haste spell. They reject it every time, like Vouchy did.
They cannot resist me.
So,
Again.
Renly, what form is it that tunnels for you?
A worm? I'm trying to.
The worm?
Or, yeah, I don't think there's any other form.
Yeah, the purple worm makes like 10-foot diameter hole, I think. Right?
There's three, but yeah.
Yeah, and then they can collapse
Okay.
it behind us, or they can leave it. The barrier will hold it.
So Renly, as part of this process, you turn into a purple worm and you dig a tunnel underneath the ground that goes until you reach the edge of the barrier. Okay, it's large enough that your party can follow behind you, so you're on your and you're underneath the ground, waiting for your party to catch up with you as you and you're at the barrier point, right? When the barrier opens up, you're in worm form and you're gonna just continue to burrow underground. That's the plan.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So there you are in worm form. Your party catches up with you. They jump on your back, and the angels are ready to go. So there's a signal to be given, and you guys are waiting for a few details to come into place. The angels have to coordinate on their end. Renly, right next to your ear hole, right, as a purple worm, suddenly just plumps down. She only weighs a few pounds, right? Um, and she says, "Miss Renly, hi."
I freeze. If the barrier drops, I'm still frozen.
Not yet, not yet. You're not sure when the barrier's gonna drop. The angels are gonna do it, and they said be
I'm
ready to
very
go.
much frozen. I'm like,
And as a point of order,
connecting
Midas, they're
dots.
just guarding the tunnel. They're not doing distraction, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the sloths have to lower the barrier. So she says, "My uncle said I could come with you." My
Or uncle?
name is Annabella Jane Louisa May Shirley Joe.
I take a
Can
moment and I'm
we
waiting. Yeah, I'm
be
listening to her.
friends?
And while she's saying this, I'm boring above my head, and I turn 90 degrees in her form so I can look at people with my mouth, my serrated edged mouth, and
All
look
right.
at them all confused, going like almost like, what is going on?
I let her know that you have a new follower. Her name is Annabella Jane Louisa May Shirley Joe. Didn't you introduce yourself, Annabella Jane Louisa May Shirley Joe? Remember to add #1 follower of Renly
Yes.
before it.
Mhm.
Go ahead and
Eh.
introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up already.
It's okay. No, you know what? Go ahead and cast that spell I showed you, so you can talk to her in the head.
Yes. Do it.
She says, "Miss Renly," she says, and then she closes her eyes and she kind of scrunches her face up real tight, and then you can hear it's hard for her to cast this spell. She's not very experienced with magic, and all you hear in your head, Renly, is "Hi," and then and then she opens her eyes back up again with a big smile. She's like, "I did it."
Yes, you did. Now, remember, punctuation is key. Make sure that there's a good space between each word. Because that's how psychic stuff works. I think I don't know.
She smiles.
Congratulations, Renly. You're a mom now. Again.
Again.
She leans in, Renly, and she gives your ear hole a big hug, and she just snuggles into it.
All of us together. Aww.
Oh,
What do you do, Renly?
What the fuck is happening? I go, I don't care if it's a girl, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
At that point, the barrier drops.
I'm frozen.
All right, the barrier drops, and Renly is just kind of frozen in place there, and
Oh, Sesame. Make sure
Can't
she's
see
good.
anything because I'm looking at y'all and blocking all vision because all you can see is my mouth going, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, it's easy. So I start digging for her through her mouth to pull her with me. So I'm gonna pull the worm as I dig through the ground.
all right. Deimos charges ahead, Renly, bursting through the ground, and grabs you by the face and starts pulling you through the opening.
What is going
I
on?
learned how to fly in the ground.
Just go with it, Renly.
Just
go
go
with it.
forward. It works
Give
most
in.
of the time.
But you
Give
will
in to
die.
the dark side.
Oh, actually, no. There's a spell on her. She takes 0 damage from anything.
You will die. You will die. Why are you coming with?
No, she won't die. She takes 0 damage. I have the Captain Fluffy Paws holster, which protects your fun buddy.
Why?
Because we care.
All right. So, Renly,
I'm not a god. Why are you following me? Stop following me.
she's hanging onto your ear hole. She's just hanging onto you, and she's just hugging you right now. And you can hear her. You can hear her humming.
I'm not a teddy bear.
Renly, as Deimos drags you underneath the ground, over the course of the next 10 minutes, it gradually dawns on you that she's humming "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," but it takes that long for her to get through one full rendition of the song. So each note is really slow and long.
I don't go insane. Thank God for the nat. I was gonna check out for the whole fight. I was gonna be like, nope, trauma, nope.
Okay. All right, that's Annabella Jane. Okay, so you guys get.
Curiosity, Deimos. How's
Go ahead.
Fluffy doing? How's Captain Fluffy Paws doing? Or the kid.
Oh
Fluffy,
no,
Captain
Mr.
Fluffy Paws' kid.
Mr. Pizza is with the angel at the first level.
Oh, okay. You hadn't talked
left-
about her in a while, so I was curious.
You left her there for
Yeah.
training, right?
Yeah. So she's actually in charge of Orc.
No, I mean
Oh,
the
that's
little
right.
kitten. I mean the little kitten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little kitten, the kitten who's like a few weeks old is in charge of Fork because fuck Fork.
Okay.
Poor Fork.
Didn't you leave
No
Vork
wonder
eventually? You left him with Bahamut last time, didn't you?
Yeah. So is getting trained by like the cool with the person, but then we threw Vork at Bahamut when we came up.
No, we left Balinar with Bahamut.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Okay.
Vork is currently dressed in black leather and now the tool of an angel.
Okay. Let's say Vork is still back there with Satellizer.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are now burrowing underground. Okay. You've successfully passed through the purple portal, and you're heading on your way on an intercept course with where you figure the demon convoy, the convoy of souls, is to go rescue the angels Fidele. All right. Renly, you are getting a very soft, snuggly hug from Annabella Jane, Louisa May, Shirley Joe. Okay.
The visuals are great. The feels are great. The sound is killing me.
A slow-mo version of that song she's humming. That's pretty.
I wonder if I can find a YouTube video of a little girl humming "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" and like slow it down.
So pissed off. I'm
On YouTube, you can slow the play.
That's right. You can go down to 25 speed, 0.25 speed.
gonna do this to her singing so everyone can enjoy it, and I'm gonna cast that twice.
Okay.
Oh, Deimos can't hear anything. He's actually enjoying that song. He's actually gonna sing along with it for you.
All right. Here's your link. Can you if I set this on here to play at 0.25 speed? Does it play for you at 0.25 speed?
We'll find out.
You might have to put it on 2.25 speed yourself. It's so slow.
At a certain point, it's sounding like a song, and then it starts sounding more like a Gregorian chant or something, which is actually pretty soothing at a certain point. But it just depends on how slow you go.
Wow, that's interesting how much you're getting along with her because like you're starting to find her suit.
Are you guys playing at quarter speed? It's not bad. It's kind of soothing. Oh my god, it's so slow.
It will be our war song. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars at quarter speed. During the next battle, this will be the background track.
Yeah, yeah. Are you listening to it, Renly? Did you try it?
I'm getting stuck whenever I click on it. I do not know why.
Here, yeah, I linked it. It didn't work?
Yep, click it, and every time it's not working.
Oh, here. I'll put it in Discord. And you got if you set it to if you play at that timestamp and you put it at 0.25 speed, it's actually it's really slow.
Oh, that's so bad. Okay, this is fucking fire.
Okay. All right. So I think that's where we'll leave it tonight. So you guys are off burrowing under the ground. Annabella Jane is humming Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in Renly's ear. And you guys are off to intercept the convoy. You're not playing it?
Everyone's enjoying it thanks to oration, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone here, everyone's suffering as well.
Hey Midas,
Yeah.
here's Vorik for you.
What the hell? Where do you find this shit?
What? It just happened.
What the
Fuck.
Where do you find this shit?
You Google just.
I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what's happening here.
It's a blue dragon board.
But let's be honest, that probably is semi-similar to what's happened before.
That's actually probably pretty close. So okay.
I mean, like that's pretty accurate.
Jeez. All right. So I'm bookmarking this
Google is powerful.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star song.
The
Okay,
actual
so this is-
background music, it sounds like, one of those OSTs to very sad or mellow kind of movie. So I'm like,
Uh-huh.
this is totally fine. It's humming is better than singing.
Yeah. So she's humming. Okay.
I'm okay with the humming. Yeah, I'm perfectly cool with that. It's when she opens her mouth to speak that I will go in.
If we train
Okay.
her enough, get a level in Bard.
give like inspiration, level 1 inspiration or whatever it is. What's the initial inspiration for a bard?
D4, 6.
Yeah, something like that.
I think it's a
D6.
D6. It goes D6, D8, D12, I think. Or D6,
That's
D8,
good.
D10.
All right, you guys are off to battle. All right. I'm putting down notes. And let's call it here, so I can go to bed and wake up early tomorrow. All right?
Well, thanks. Man.
Yeah,
It
guys.
was fun.
Have a
That
good
was
night.
fun. All right. And we have a new NPC, so I'm excited about that.
Entourage, yeah.
Two new NPCs because Deimos has.
That's
that
right, you have
intro.
Bruce. That's right, you have Bruce. He's gonna be the redheaded stepchild. He's gonna just get shit on everywhere he goes.
He should be Bruce Almighty because he gets shit on everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I'm just
Bruce
things
is
to
Bruce is a friend of ours. He's a large black man.
In real life?
It's funny, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can.
That's funny.
See if I can show you the power of Google even better.
Alright.
Hold
Alright.
on.
You put
Oh,
disconnect. You put
speaking
it in
of,
Discord.
hey, Gail.
Yeah?
Bruce asked a lot about you. Why isn't she in the shit show? Like
In
she
the
played one time and then she said never again.
Wait, when is a shit show these days?
Friday nights.
Friday night,
They're on point.
No, time.
9 Eastern, 7
Okay.
mine, 6 years.
Yeah, no, I'm still working. Okay, no.
Hell, it's super cool. I'm playing
Dude, it's so funny.
Dude, I'm
Friday
playing a
nights?
kid who's
Yeah.
insane, and also Batman.
Or is it? Dude, Batman's my favorite.
Batman's actually a shitload of. That's the sad part. Like, I think I have a problem of like doing a character, and then when someone leaves, like I'll make a joke character off of their character, but that just turns to become like the fun character.
That does sound like fun. One of these days, I'll jump it in a game just to try it.
You're gonna have to just
Yeah,
bring up
it's
shit.
awesome. Just
All right.
make sure
All
you
right.
get drunk before.
Here we go. This is the here's you image for Deimos's angel dude.
Put it in
Since
Discord.
since one of you said something about the Bruce being black, so there's you a black angel scholar.
Black Angel Scholar. That's pretty. That's actually pretty cool looking.
All right, I'll see you guys.
All right.
Later, guys.
Good night, guys. See you next week.